Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Board Sports Network's presentation of the 1975 World Series between the Big Red Machine, Cincinnati Reds, and the Boston Red Sox. Tonight is Game 1 at Fenway Park here in October 11th, 1975. Crowd is all hyped up, and we are ready to go. So let's go down to the field and see our starting lineups. Leading off for the Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose will be starting at third base. Joe Morgan will be at second base. Johnny Bench will be catching. Tony Perez is at first base. Playing left field is George Foster. Playing shortstop is Davey Concepcion. In right field is Ken Griffey. In center field is Cesar Geronimo. And on the mound for the Reds today is Don Gullett. For the hometown Boston Red Sox, leading off in right field is Dwight Evans. At second base is Denny Doyle. First base is Big Yaz, Carl Yastrzemski. Catching today is Carlton Fisk. In center field, Fred Lynn. At the other hot corner, Rico Petrocelli. Shortstop will be Rick Burleson. At first base will be Cecil Cooper. And on the mound today, the colorful Louis Tiant. Your umpires for today's game behind home plate will be Art France. At first base is Nick Colossi. At second base will be Larry Barnett. And at third will be Dick Stello. So let's go ahead and get this game going, and leading off will be the third baseman, Pete Rose. 1-2-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? Rose is no. And he will ground out to the third baseman, Petrocelli, for out number 1. Next up will be second baseman Joe Morgan. 1-3-4 is the catcher gold, so we'll go check Carlton Fisk. He is not gold, so Tiant will miss the strikeout there. Is Morgan a champion? The decider die says no, so we're going to go to our first outfield drama check, which we will check the center fielder, Fred Lynn. Is he iron? No, he is not. He is semi-gold. So 2-5, that's going to be a looping liner for an out. Out number 2. As we go to the catcher, Johnny Bench. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? The decider die says he is. And Bench will go down on strikes. 4. Out number 3. Both teams are harmony today, since this is game 1 of the World Series. And we will go to the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Boston Red Sox, who are facing Don Gullett today, will be the right fielder, Dwight Evans. 1-4-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No, he is not. And Evans is going to ground out to the third baseman for out number 1. Next up will be the second baseman, Denny Doyle. 2-6-6. Is he leadoff batter? No, he is not. He's going to fly out to Griffey in right field, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Carl Yastrzemski, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he is not, and he will draw a walk. So we have the game's first runner, and we will go to a team chemistry check for the catcher, Carlton Fisk. 2-5. Is the pitching team dissonance? No, they are not, and he will fly out to the right fielder, Griffey, for out number 3. So to the top of the second, we will go. Score tied, 0-0. Leading off top of the second for the Reds will be first baseman Tony Perez. 3.55. Is the pitcher struggler or gilded? No. Is the batter champion? No, he is not. And the decider die says he will strike out. So Perez down on strikes for out number 1. Next up will be the left fielder, George Foster. 3.46. Is the batter eager? The decider die says he is not, and he will draw a walk. So Foster, first one on the base for the Reds today. We'll go to a team chemistry check for Davey Concepcion. 2-4. Is the batting team harmony? Yes, they are, and he connects on a bloop single. So the Reds have runners at first and second here with 1 out. That'll bring up the right fielder, Ken Griffey. 4.56. Is he patient? No, he's not. And he will hit a fly ball out to center field, which Fred Lynn will take in for out number 2. And again, we go to a team chemistry check for the center fielder, Cesar Geronimo. Runners at first and second here with 2 outs. 4.5. Is the batting team harmony? Yes, they are. Focus batter waits on his pitch, and Geronimo draws a walk. So we will have runners we will have the bases loaded here with the pitcher, Don Gullett, up to bat here in the top of the second inning with 2 outs. 2.25. Is the pitcher a star? No, he is not. Is Gullett a slugger or a sad sack? No, he is not. And that's going to be a single to center field. So Gullett helping himself out, as Foster is going to come in to score. Concepcion goes to third, and Geronimo goes to second, and bases are still loaded here. And it's only 2 hits in a row. So Tiant is not semi-struggler yet. Base is still loaded, and Pete Rose up to bat now, 0 for 1 with a ground out to the third baseman, his first at bat. 1.15. Is a pitcher fresh? Yes, he is, and he is going to pop out to the second baseman for out number 3. But the Reds are on the board as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 Cincinnati. So leading off for the Boston Red Sox will be center fielder Fred Lynn. 2.46. Pitcher have control. The decider die says no. Is batter eager or sad sack? He is not, and he is going to draw a walk. So Boston gets the leadoff runner on as the third baseman Rico Petrocelli comes up to the plate. 4.66. Uh-oh. Control. Does Gullett have control? Decider die says no. Is batter home run king or slugger? No, he is not. That's going to be a difficult ground out to the third baseman. That's going to move Lynn over to second base. Boston has a runner at second here with 1 out. Next up will be the shortstop, Rick Burleson. 1.46. Pitcher flash. The side eye says no. Is the batter champion? No, he is not. He's going to ground out to the second baseman. Again, that is going to move Lynn over to third, as we now have 2 outs and a runner on third base. And the first baseman, Cecil Cooper, comes up to the plate here in the bottom of the second. 1-2-4. Pitcher have control. This time the side eye says he does, and that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop to end the threat. And we will go to the top of the third inning with the Reds up on top 1-0. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the third will be the second baseman, Joe Morgan, 0 for 1 at the line out to the center fielder. 4.55. Is the pitcher flash? So the side eye says no. Is batter home run king? No, he is not. And he's going to ground out to the first baseman for out number 1. Johnny Bench will be up next. He struck out his first at bat. 1, 2, 3 is pitcher flash and fresh. He is semi-flash. The desired eye says no. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop for out number 2 as we go to the first baseman, Tony Perez, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 1, 1, 2. Pitcher flash. The desired eye says no. Is batter a sad sack? No, he's not. That's going to be a check with the scorer chart. And that is going to be an error charged to either the first baseman or third baseman. We will say it is E5. So that's an error on Petrocelli to keep the inning alive. Next up will be the left fielder, George Foster, drew a walk and later come around to score. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. 1, 3, 5, that's going to be a red 1, black 3 chart check. That is a memorable plays in the field. And we're going to be looking at 4, 5 is the left fielder gold. That is going to be Carl Yastrzemski. He is not gold, 4, 5. And that is going to be a double, and that may possibly score Perez on a 4. Runners advance 2 bases, score on a double unless Perez is a stoic runner. He is stoic, so he's just going to stop at 3rd base. So Foster with a double. Perez over to 3rd. And the Reds have runners at 2nd and 3rd here with 2 outs. As Dave Concepcion comes up to the plate, he singled his first time around, got stranded at 3rd. 4, 5, 6. Is the batter patient? No, he is not, and he is going to fly out to center field to end the threat. So no runs for the Reds that inning. They get runners in scoring position, can't do anything with them. And we will go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Fenway. Leading off for Boston here in the bottom of the 3rd inning will be the pitcher, Louis Tiant. 2, 4, 6. Does the pitcher have control? The desired eye says he does, and Tiant's just going to ground out back to the pitcher for out number 1. Next up will be the right fielder, Dwight Evans, who's grounded out to the 3rd baseman, his first time up. 1, 2, 4. Pitcher have control. This time he does not. Is the batter eager? No, he is not, and he will draw a walk. So Evans on base for the first time today as Denny Doyle comes up to the plate, flew out to the right fielder his first time up. 1, 5, 6. Is he a whiffer? The desired eye says no. We will have an outfield drama check. And 1, 3. We're going to look at the center fielder. Is he iron? That is going to be Cesar Geronimo. He is not. He is gold. That's going to be a lunging catch, and the batter lines out for out number 2. Runner on first base as the first baseman, Carl Yastrzemski comes up to the plate, drew a walk his first time up. 2, 4, 5. Is he a hero? No, he is not, and that's going to pop out to the second baseman to end the inning. So Boston gets a 1 on, can't do anything with them, and we will go to the top of the 4th inning with the Reds ahead 1-0. Leading off for the Reds here in the top of the 4th will be the right fielder Ken Griffey, flew out to center field his first at bat. 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? No, he's not, and he's going to fly out to center field once again. For out number 1, we're going to go to a team chemistry check for Cesar Geronimo. 2, 4. Is the batting team harmony? Yes, they are, and he's going to connect for a bloop single. So Geronimo on first base as Gullett comes up and going to try to attempt a bunt, and he gets it down. And he'll move Geronimo to second base as we now have 2 outs in the inning, with the third baseman Pete Rose coming up to the plate 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a pop out to the shortstop. 135, that's a ballpark check. 2-6, is it a big ballpark for a lefty? No, it is not. It is normal. And if he is not a decider die was not used, and so otherwise it is a deep drive. It clears the left field fence. Big ballpark for a lefty. He's a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Left-hander is no. And unless he is a scrapper, he's going to fly out. But since he is a semi-scrapper and we didn't use the decider die, he is not a scrapper. Pete Rose homers to left field. And this ball game is now 3-0. So big fly ball there by Pete Rose clears the bases. And with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, Joe Morgan coming up to the plate. 1-1-3. Is pitcher ace or dynamic? No, he is not. Is the batter a slugger? Decider die says yes. And he is going to double to left field. So the Reds starting to pour it on here as Tiant just can't seem to, he's kind of seemed to lose things this inning as the catcher Johnny Bench comes up to the plate 0-for-2 today with a strikeout. 2-3-3. Pitcher ace or a star? No, he is not. Is the batter a slugger? Decider die says yes. And that ball is over the big monster as Johnny Bench hits the 2nd home run this inning. And it is now 5-0. Reds. Bats coming alive for the, or no, yes. Bats coming alive for the Reds, all coming with 2 outs. And Louis Tiant is now not fresh and a semi-struggler as the Red Sox are going to get someone up in the pen. Looks like Roger Moret is starting to warm up. Big change of events. Boston won game 1 in real life 6-0. But right now, the tables have turned as Tony Perez comes up to the plate 0-for-2, reached on an error his last at bat. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Carlton Fisk is not. Does batter have a good eye? No. And Perez will strike out. But big inning there for the Reds as they put up 4 runs. Big inning there for the Reds as Louis Tiant's day looks to be done. As Carlton Fisk comes out for his 4th inning of work, and leading off will be Carlton Fisk for the Red Sox. He is 0-for-1 with a fly out to the right fielder in his first at bat. 2-5-6. Is pitcher struggler? No. Batter champion or patient? Decider die says he is a champion. He's going to draw a walk. The Red Sox get one on as the center fielder Fred Lynn comes up to the plate. He drew a walk his first at bat. 1-1-5. Is the pitcher fresh? We are still in his fresh inning. So he is, and that's going to be a pop out to the 3rd baseman for out number 1. Next up will be the 3rd baseman, Rico Petrocelli, grounded out to the 3rd baseman, his first at bat. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Gullett is a lefty. Rico is a righty. So no. Is he utility or sad sack? The sire die says he is not utility. That's going to be a single down the line. Is Fisk stoic? He is not. So he is going to move to 3rd on the Petrocelli single. So Gullett allowing a few runners to get on base as the shortstop Rick Burleson comes up to the plate 0-for-1 with a ground out to the 2nd baseman. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He is, and that's going to be a line out to the 2nd baseman for out number 2. And first baseman Cecil Cooper comes up to the plate 0-for-1 with a ground out to the shortstop. 1-2-4. Pitcher have control. The decider die says yes, and that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop for out number 3. So 2 the top of the fifth we go with the Reds up 5-0. So Louis Tiant's day is done. He gave up 5 runs. And let's see here. Do I want to... Roger Moret is going to come into the game. And the first batter he is going to face is left fielder George Foster, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a double, 2 runs scored. 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No, he is not. Is the batter champion or patient? He is not. That's going to be an infield drama check. We're going to look at 4-4. Is the pitcher gold? No, he is not. And the pitcher is going to mishandle the ball, and Foster is going to reach on an error. So things really starting to fall apart for the Red Sox as we go to a player experience check for Davey Concepcion, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Concepcion is semi-icon as well as Roger Moret, 3-3. Prospect batter, no, he is not. And that's going to be a fence check. Let's see if Concepcion is a scrapper. He is not. So we go to the other chart. And Concepcion hits a triple. So Foster is going to come around to score. And it is now 6-0 Reds. Here in the top of the 5th inning, things are just going from bad to worse for Boston as the right fielder Ken Griffey comes up to the plate 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts to the center fielder. 1-3-5, that's going to be an umpire check with a runner on third base. 5-5, a number down the third base line. Is it a questionable umpire at third base? The decider die says Dick Stello is not questionable. And he is going to rule a foul ball. So we will do it again. Ken Griffey comes back to the plate. Concepcion was on his way home, but he's going to have to end up going back. Still no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-3-3. Pitcher an ace or a star. The decider die says he is a star. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Concepcion is going to hold. And that'll be out number 1 as the center fielder Cesar Geronimo comes up to the plate 0 for 1 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. 4-6-6. Ooh, this is not. No, this could be good or bad. Roger Moret does not have control. Home run king or slugger from Geronimo. No, that's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. But that's going to be enough to get Concepcion in. And it is now 7-0 Reds with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So with 2 outs here in the bottom or top of the 5th inning, the Reds are up 7-1 or 7-0. And the pitcher Don Gullett coming up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 today with a single and a sacrifice bunt. 1-4-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No, he is not. And Gullett is going to ground out to the third baseman for out number 3. But 2 more runs come across for the Redlegs. It is 7-0 here in Game 1 of the 1975 World Series. Boston is going to send up a pinch hitter for Roger Moret. Let's see here. Who are they going to send up? Jim Rice is going to come on out to pinch hit. So, make my little mark here. Rice in the bottom of the 5th. So Jim Rice coming on to face Don Gullett. Gullett cruising here. Still has a shutout. So here is the pitch, 5-5-6. Is he an ace? The side eye says yes. And Rice is going to, line out to the first baseman for out number 1. Next up will be the right fielder, Dwight Evans, 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out and a walk. 4-4-6 is the pitcher star. No. Batter sad sack, utility, or patient. He is not. He's going to single to right field. He's on base for the second time today as we go to a player experience check for Denny Doyle, who's a semi-icon. Don Gullett is a semi-icon as well. So let's see how this plays out here. 1-2. Icon battered. The side eye says yes. He draws on experience and launches a highlight reel blast to left field. Let's see if he is a scrapper. He is not. So we'll go to the other chart. 2. He's going to double off the green monster. That's going to move Evans over to third base. So Boston may have something brewing here as there's one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning with runners at second and third, and the first baseman Carl Yastrzemski coming up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. 1-4-5. Is the pitcher flash? The side eye says yes. But is the home plate umpire questionable or lenient? He is not. And Yastrzemski goes down on a called third strike. He is not happy about it. But it was close enough. He should have swung. And the catcher, Carlton Fisk, is up next with 2 outs. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Runners at second and third here. Can Fisk bring him in? 1-1-6. Is the pitcher fresh? The desired eye says he is. And that's 2 strikeouts in a row for Don Gullett, as Boston leaves him stranded on second and third. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning with Redlegs well in control, 7-0 here at Fenway. So to the top of the 6th we go. Moret is out of the ball game. He goes out. The Reds up 7. And who are we going to bring in? I believe Jim Burton is going to be coming into the ball game today. Score sheet I'm using is different from the one I'm used to. I used to make my little notations on a different score sheet, the way I keep track of things, but this one is different, so it takes me a little bit to get used to. But here we go here. Pete Rose leading off the top of the 6th inning. He had a big blast over the green monster in the last inning. No, 2 innings ago, his last at bat. Here we go again. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Rose is a switch hitter, so no. Utility sad sack, no. And he gets his second hit of the day as he singles down the left field line. So Pete Rose at first base, as the second baseman Joe Morgan comes up to the plate. He doubled his last at bat and scored on a base hit by Johnny Bench. 3-3-6. Pitcher ace or dynamic? He is not. His batter sad sack, utility, or patient? He is patient, and he is called out on strikes for out number 1. So next up will be the catcher, Johnny Bench. He hit a home run his last at bat. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? The side eye says he is, and that's going to be a single to left field. So Rose is going to move on to second base as we have runners at first and second here with 1 out. And the first baseman, Tony Perez, coming up to the plate, struck out his last at bat. He struck out twice today and reached on an error, so 0 for 3 day. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king, though? No, he is not, and that's going to be a fly out to center field for out number 2. Left fielder George Foster will be up next. He's had a pretty good day. 3 runs scored. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. Reached on an error his last at bat. 1-1-3. Is the pitcher ace or dynamic? He is not. Is the batter a slugger? No, he is not. Is he a sad sack or home run king? The side eye says he is not, and that's going to be a single to center field. That is going to score Pete Rose from second, and Bench is going to move on to second base. So the Reds add another one. It is 8-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Hopefully the Reds continue to stay this hot throughout this whole series. I won't have to play all 7 games like in real life, as shortstop Davey Concepcion comes up to the plate. He drew a walk he got a triple his last at bat. Hit a run in. 2-2-4. Pitching at home, yes they are, and he's going to pop out to the second baseman for out number 3. The Reds tack on one more as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 8-0 Cincinnati. Don Gullett coming back out for his 6th inning of work. Freshness ratings for pitchers of this era were 4 fresh, 3 semi-fresh. So this is his 2nd inning of semi-fresh work. And leading off will be the center fielder, Fred Lynn, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. 3, 5, 6. Are they the same? Lefty on lefty. That is going to be a strikeout to start off the bottom of the 6th inning. As the third baseman, Rico Petrocelli, comes up to the plate. He got a single his last at bat. 2-5-5. Pitcher a star? No. Batter home run king? No. And he is going to fly out to Foster out in left field for out number 2 as a shortstop, Rick Burleson, comes up to the plate, lined out to the second baseman, his last at bat. 2-4-6. Pitcher have control. The decider die says he does. Burleson's going to hit it right back up to Gullett. He's going to toss it on over to Perez at first base for a quick 1-2-3 inning. As the bottom of the 6th comes to an end, Reds still up 8-0. To the top of the 7th we go. Reds are well in control of Game 1 of the 1975 World Series as the right fielder Ken Griffey comes up to the plate. Had a rough day. He is 0 for 3 as he comes up for his 4th at bat. 1-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No. Is the batter whiffer or cold? I don't have hot and cold ratings for this game, for today's game, but we will go by, we'll kind of use the baseball right now charts for Game 1. And he is cold since we are past the 5th inning. So Griffey is going to stay cold as he strikes out for out number 1. Next up will be the center fielder, Cesar Geronimo. 1-4-2 on the day of the walk. Run scored and a single. 5-5-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No. Is batter sad sack? No. He's going to double to right field. So Cesar Geronimo with a single and a double on the day. As the pitcher Don Gullett comes up to the plate, he's going to go ahead and swing away here. He's going to help himself out. He's already got he's got 1 RBI on the day. He hit in Foster back in the 2nd inning. Yes. So heck, let's go ahead and let him swing. 1-2-5. This may not be good. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? Gullett is not. Is he a whiffer? He is, and that's yeah. He strikes out for out number 2. That'll bring Pete Rose back up to the plate with a runner at second base here with 2 outs. Big day by Rose. 1-2-4. Pitcher have control. The decider die says no. Is the batter eager? No. And he's going to draw a walk. So the Reds have runners at first and second here with 2 outs, and the second baseman Joe Morgan coming up to the plate struck out his last at bat. 1-3-6. Is the pitcher ace? No. Batter whiffer or cold? He struck out his last at bat, so he is cold, and that'll be a strikeout to end 7th inning for the Reds. So Reds leave a couple on base. It is 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Jim Burton is now not fresh, but he's going to get pinched hit for this inning anyway. I'll be honest, I don't know how well pinch hitters were used back in the 70s, so I'm kind of playing by modern day rules with that, but oh well. First baseman Cecil Cooper leads off. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts to the shortstop. Don Gullett still on the mound for the Reds. 1-2-4. Does he have control? Decide says no. Is the batter eager? We roll again. He is eager, and he's going to pop out to the first baseman for the first out. And Boston is going to send up a pinch hitter to replace Burton, and that is going to be Doug Griffin. So Griffin, mark it on my sheet here. He is going to pinch hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinch hit here in the 7th. Against Don Gullett, 3-3-4. Pitcher ace or a star. Decide says he is a star, and he's going to pop out to the first baseman Perez as well. Perez getting a little bit of work over there this inning as Dwight Evans comes up to the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-3-3. Pitcher ace or a star. This time he does not get it. Is the batter a slugger? We roll again. No, he is not. And that's going to be a fly out to center field for out number 3. If the decider die would have come up bullet, he would have put one over the wall. But that's the fate of the decider die. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. Don Gullett still pitching a shutout here. And Gullett is now, actually, since he has not given up a run, he does not lose his freshness until he does. Or until the last inning, we roll to see what his freshness is for the 9th inning. But so Boston is going to go ahead and send up Diego Segui here in the top of the 8th inning. So Burton went 2 innings and gave up 1. Johnny Bench set to lead us off here in the top of the 8th inning. He had a single his last at bat. 4-5-6. Is the batter patient? No. And that's going to be a fly out to the center fielder for out number 1. And we'll go to a team chemistry check for the first baseman, Tony Perez. Flew out to the center fielder himself his last at bat. 2-4. Is the batting team harmony? They are, and he connects for a single this time around. Here in the top of the 8th, as the left fielder George Foster comes up to the plate. He's got 2 hits today. He singled his last at bat. 2, 3, 6. DB controller dynamic? No. Is the pitcher batting? No. And Foster is going to draw a walk. So runners at first and second here now with the shortstop Davey Concepcion coming up to the plate. Popped out to the shortstop his last at bat, but he's got a triple on the day with an RBI. 1-2-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? Not yet. Is the batter patient? No. Is he a whiffer? No. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman. That's going to be a... it's a double play. So we'll just go 5-4-3. And we'll move Perez on over to first base as 2 outs quickly here in the 8th inning, and Ken Griffey coming up to the plate. 0 for 4 on the day. Man, rough day for Griffey. 1-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No. Is the batter whiffer cold? He is, and he's going to strike out again. 2nd time in a row as the threat comes to an end. No runs for the Reds there in the top of the 8th inning. Clear the bases. Don Gullett still out there on the mound. I mean, he hasn't given up many walks, many hits today. So he's still semi-fresh as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and second baseman Denny Doyle coming up to the plate, doubled his last time up. 3, 5, 6, are they the same? Lefty on lefty, they are, and that's another strikeout for Gullett. One away here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Carl Yastrzemski comes up to the plate, struck out his last time up as well. 4, 4, 6, is the pitcher a star? No. Is the batter sad sack, utility, or patient? Desired Eye says he is patient, and that's another strikeout. So 2 in a row for Yastrzemski, 2 in a row for Gullett as the catcher Carlton Fisk comes up to the plate. He struck out his last time up. Uh-oh, 1-1-1 is the pitcher an ace. The Desired Eye says no. Is the batter a scrapper? No, and Fisk with a home run to left field gets Boston on the board. As he rounds the bases, Don Gullett is now not fresh, and the Reds are going to go ahead and get a reliever warming up in the bullpen. See here, who do I want? We're going to have, goodness, I don't have too many. Reds didn't have too many set relievers. Never mind. Clay Carl will be warming up in the bullpen as the center fielder Fred Lynn comes up to the plate, struck out his last at bat. See if Gullett can get out of this inning. 5, 6, 6, is the pitcher wild? No. Is the batter good eye? No. And that is another strikeout for Gullett. But Boston puts a blemish up on the board. It is 8-1 as we head to the top of the 9th inning here at Fenway. So top of the 9th here, and Diego Segui stays out there on the mound for Cesar Geronimo coming up to the plate. Doubled his last time up. Reds are up 8-1 here in the top of the 9th inning at Fenway. Game 1 of the 1975 World Series. 1-1-5. Is the pitcher fresh? The Desired Eye says no. Is the batter home run king or sad sack? No. And Geronimo with another double to left field. His second in the row as the Reds are going to send up a pinch hitter. And just because he's on top of the deck, actually no, we'll see. We'll go by the usage stars. A lot of blank stars, a lot of cards sticking together. Well, they just got a lot of blank stars, so in that case, Dan Dreesen is going to come on out of the dugout as Gullett's day is going to be done. Pinch hit, top 9. Dan Dreesen coming up to the plate. First at bat. Ooh, 1-1-2. Is the pitcher flash? He is. Not a good eye, and that's a strikeout for Dreesen. I thought it was going to be a 1-1-1, which would have been a home run for Dreesen, but as it stands, Pete Rose comes up to the plate with the runner on second base here, 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Rose with a big game today. Let's see if he can add another run here. 5, 6, 6, is the pitcher wild? The Desired Eye says yes, and he draws a walk. So he is on today for the 3rd time, but he has touched the ball, or one of those, 4th time. One of those times was a home run. So runners at first and second here with 1 out, and the second baseman Joe Morgan comes up to the plate, struck out his last time up. 5, 6, 6 again. He is wild. He will draw a walk. And the bases are loaded. That's not 3 in a row though. So Segui, the Red Sox are going to go ahead and get a lefty warming up in the bullpen, as the catcher Johnny Bench comes up to the plate. Flew out his last time up. 2, 4, 5 on the day. 3, 4, 6. Is he eager? No. And that's going to be a walk. So Segui walks in a run. And it is 9-1 Reds here in the top of the 9th inning. And that's going to be it for Segui. Boston's ready to just hurry up and get this game over with. Will McEnany is going to come into the game. Top of 9. With 1 out here in top of the 9th inning. Bases still loaded. And the first baseman cleanup hitter Tony Perez coming up to the plate singled his last time. Actually, we'll go to a team chemistry check for this at bat. 2-6 is the batting team harmony. They are, and a fired up batter chops a single. So 1 run is going to come in. That's going to be Pete Rose scoring for the 3rd time today. Morgan is going to move on to 3rd. Bench is on to 2nd. And it is now 10-1 Reds as they are piling it on here in Fenway. Game 1. Big Red Machine showing what they're all about. As left fielder George Foster comes up to the plate. He scored 3 times today. 3-6-6. And he's going to fly out to center field for out number 2. Shortstop Davey Concepcion will be up next. He hit into a double play his last time up. 3-6-6, and he's going to fly out to center field for out number 3. But the Reds add 2 more as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Don Gullett is going to go out. The game, great game by him. Clay Carroll is going to go ahead and come on in to pitch and go ahead and finish up this game. First batter he will face will be the 3rd baseman Rico Petrocelli, who is 1 for 2 on the day. 2-2-5. Is the pitcher a star? No. Is the batter a slugger or a sad sack? No. And he is going to single to center field. Could the comeback be on here in Boston? As Rick Burleson comes up to the plate 0 for 3 on the day. 1-1-1. Is the pitcher an ace? He is. The side eye says he is. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. Rally killer right there. As that clears off the bases, and with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, it is now looking bleak for Boston as the first baseman Cecil Cooper comes up to the plate 0 for 3 on the day. 1-3-5, that's an umpire check with the bases empty. 1-6, do we have a strict umpire at home? No, we do not. And he's going to allow base on balls. Come on, France. Just end this. As the pitcher comes up to bat, you know what? They're going to go ahead and let McEnany hit just because it is late at night and I'm starting to get a little tired. So McEnany will hit for himself because I like to give everyone chances. Pitchers don't get that many chances to hit, so McEnany up to the plate. Clay Carroll. Here's the pitch. 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No. Is the batter champion or patient? No. That's going to be an infield drama check. So 2-5 is the 2nd baseman iron. That's going to be Joe Morgan, and I would doubt it. He is semi-gold. And so that is going to be a routine bouncer for out number 3. So the Reds win this game by a score of 10-1 here at Fenway Park. So Boston won game 1 by a score of 6-0 in real life. But today the Reds, they're going to rewrite history a little bit and take game 1 by a score of 10-1. So I hope you guys enjoyed game 1 of this 1975 World Series replay. If you did, and one of these days I'm going to get better lighting so you can see the beautiful part of my left side of my face. But if you liked today's game, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And hey, subscribe so you can see the rest of this series and the rest of the videos I plan on putting out here for long. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching and have a good night.